Welcome to Learning Go Go, the podcast. Hey guys, I'm cutting the song short. I am having the worst internet provider, and for some reason, it is not connecting. So please let me know in the comments if this is even working. I'm going to try and catch up with all you guys. Oh, thank you, Johnny, sending birthday wishes. Appreciate that so much. I see Lizzie. Thank you for hopping on, sweetie. I see Mortimer. Awesome. Let's see. Johnny said roses are red, violets are purple. I like my waffles with maple syrup. That's so funny. Awesome. I hope everybody is doing great tonight. Thank you, Kyler, for hopping on. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if this is working. I don't even know what's going on tonight. Let's see here. Kyler's feeling better. That's fantastic. Luna, thanks for hopping on. You're not late. I'm having internet issues. So thank you for hopping on. Sorry for the stupidity of technology. Yeah, so good to see everybody. Let's see here. We've got Mortimer, Luna. Let's see here. Skull is Kyler. Okay, Kyler says he can see me and hear me. Hopefully we don't have that buzz this week, but thank you so much for everybody for hopping on. I'm a little flustered after that. I even tried to connect it to my phone. I was trying to connect it to everything, but it's being a butt. But I'm so glad you guys are here tonight. Thank you for hopping on with me for Learning Go Go the podcast. Always happy to see you guys. And it's my first podcast in my 50s. Woo! So thank you so much to everybody who reached out to wish me a happy birthday yesterday. I still don't understand how 50 came so quickly. I'm just very grateful to be here. So thank you, everybody. It meant a lot to me. David and I got back yesterday from Nashville. We had so much fun. There's really nothing like live music. So if you guys want to put in the comments, who is your favorite band you've seen play live? And it doesn't matter if it's a cover band or a popular band, a local band. Put it in the comments. We can give them a shout out. That is awesome. I saw my friend Dominique, who I met when I was in Nashville in 2015 and 2016. We went and saw her play all 3 nights. And then my other friend, Log Truck, who I know from 2015, 2016, we got to hang out with too. He's a sweetheart. So that was awesome. Luna says, oops. Oh, why is nothing working? Okay, Dom is so tall, by the way. My friend Dom is? She's not that tall. Is that the same Dom? Okay. I'm going to apologize ahead of time because let me see if I can. Here we go. Hooray. Mortimer said, if it'll come on the screen. Okay. Alice Cooper and Psycho Stick. Okay. I love Psycho Stick, and I love that you know Psycho Stick. That's hilarious. I love hearing Two-Time Paperweight. That's probably my favorite Psycho Stick song. I love Noel. I love Bruce Campbell. They have a lot of songs that I like. So I love that you named them. Luna says, we can get the comments pop up. I love Garth Brooks and Ann Wilson of Heart. Ann Wilson is a phenomenal singer. She has got a set of pipes. Oh, okay. Luna said, know her friend. That's Love Truck. That's he's actually lost 200 pounds since I saw him 10 years ago. But he's 6'9". And if anybody would like to feature him in a horror movie, he's looking for some horror movie roles. I'm just going to throw that out there. But yeah, he's 6'9". He's a big boy. Yeah, she was so good. Absolutely. I love her voice because it's so unique. And you don't see a whole lot of female singers in Nashville with a shaved head and combat boots. Like, she's just unique, and she's such a good person on top of it. She's amazing. Yeah, Luna says, excuse me, he towered over you and Dave. Yeah, and Dave's 6 foot. Dave's not, short. So for him to be like, ooh, he's so funny. I'm going to be posting a photo that we took to recreate a photo from 10 years ago. I'm just trying to space out my Nashville pictures so that it's not like one big photo dump and then I don't talk about it anymore, because it was so fun. And the tour that we did, I want to talk about a little bit too, because that was super cool. Mortimer says they redid the song for the Toxic Crusaders game. Psycho Stick did. It's great. I never heard that. Send me a link. I want to check it out. That's awesome. Okay, so it looks like all of you guys are here from YouTube. Does anybody know if I'm out of Facebook jail tonight? Let me go over to Facebook and give a little sneaky peeky and see if, because if I am, I will share it to my Sydnee page as well. Just to let people know. Okay, this is like, oh my God. Remember back when like the internet was new? And you'd have to like hook it up to the modem and it would be like ka-chang, 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 like for 20 minutes. And then like you could download something in 3 days. That's what my internet is like tonight. And it's really starting to piss me off. Oh, look, yay, I'm there. Okay, I'm going to share that. Sharing it to the Sydnee page. And then once that posts, I'm going to close out Facebook, because the least amount of things that this computer needs to do right now, the better probably. I literally have StreamYard and Facebook opened and nothing else, but okay, cool. Yay! Hey, Leah's there. Thank you, Johnny, for checking. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kyler, for checking as well. I just wanted to make sure I am officially out of timeout. Yay! Hooray! So that was cool. That was just in time for my birthday. I got out of Facebook jail. That was so stupid. I'm still irritated about that, but not irritated enough to fight it, because I figure sooner or later they're going to catch me on something that's worth fighting, and the stupid Valentine is not it. So they got me for over a month. I'm back. So, sorry, I'm crossing my legs, trying to get comfortable. Yeah. Johnny said, jailbreak. Nice. Now I'm going to be singing that song. Yay, Aaliyah tracked me down. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here. It's so good to see you. Awesome. So yes, thank you again, everybody, for joining me for the I'm 50 episode. And it's crazy. Like I said, I don't feel 50, but then when I think about all of the things I've managed to do, it kind of makes sense. I'm very grateful. Every day above ground's a good day. So let's see. Good job, Mortimer. I hope you enjoy the show. And awesome. Kyler is offering up tech support. Everybody can contact him if they need help. Appreciate that. And Luna's saying hi to Aaliyah. Very nice, because you guys are on different platforms, so you can check each other. Lizzie said, I was very surprised Facebook deleted a fake profile posing as my dad. I'm surprised too, because every time I report a fake profile that's very, very obviously a fake profile, they're like, it doesn't go against our terms and conditions. We have absolutely no problem with this person stealing someone else's identity. Who cares? So I'm really glad that they did delete that, because I hate when that happens. And Aaliyah is saying tech support. So if you want to put something more detailed in there, Kyler, definitely let her know. I was having trouble, Aaliyah. I don't know if you hopped on after all of this, but I could not get connected to the internet tonight for the longest, because we got new internet, which we get I think it's a week to try it out. And then if we like it, we can keep it. And if we don't, we take it back. Well, the thing is, I've been using Verizon internet now for the last couple of years, and I have AT&T for my cell phone service, which is good, because when the Verizon internet goes out, I have to connect to AT&T to fix it, because the Wi-Fi doesn't work to get on the app unless I'm on my cell phone. So now AT&T is like, hey, we'll give you internet. Check it out. So I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. Well, the thing is, I can't attach my extender to the AT&T internet because it doesn't work. So everything was going good. And then last night the TV went out because everything's streaming. So I had to get up in the middle of the night and go restart the Wi-Fi because I need the TV to sleep. And then it's been fine all day until I just tried to hook up to this. And now I'm going to be telling them y'all suck. But do they suck more than Verizon? That's the thing. When they all suck, it's kind of like, what do I pay the least for to suck? So that's where I am right now. But I'm just glad that it finally worked and I'm on here with you guys. Oh, okay. So Kyler said, if you can't get it connected still by tomorrow, let me know. No, I'm connected now. Thank you. I just need to get a extender that works with that Wi-Fi because it doesn't have the button, WPS button, I think it is. I must have said the WAP, that's something else. WPS button, I think is what it's called. So you know how it is. You do something for a little bit, then it's like, okay, I want to try this service and they're going to offer you a better deal. So then you go for that for a little bit. And then when that sucks, then you go back to the other one and they give you the welcome back price. You got to play these games. So, hey, Rebecca's here. Hey, Rebecca. So good to see you, sweetie. Thank you for hopping on. We all have to play the game with electronics. And anymore, it's like, with all the streaming services, we got rid of cable a few years ago. So now it's all the streaming things, but then that gets out of control too, because it's like, I want to watch this one show and I have 11 and a half streaming services, but it's on another one. It's cuckoo. So definitely first world problems. I recognize that. It's just frustrating when you're paying for something and it doesn't work. That's the bottom line. So to everybody who is just hopping on, we are bitching about internet, but we are also talking about favorite bands to see live. So put it in the comments, please. They're over there on my John. They're probably down here for you guys. Although on YouTube, they might be off to the side. So like I said, I saw my friend Dominique playing. I was really bummed that we didn't get to see Love Truck because he was playing at Jelly Roll's new place. And he was like, I'll be on the second floor. So Dave and I go to the second floor. There's a band playing, really amazing girl lead singer. She looked like she was about 12, but that's probably because I'm 50 now. And I'm like, okay, there's a bass player, but it's not Love Truck. But the funny thing was, we had seen that same bass player when we went out to lunch. He was playing where we had lunch. We're like, we recognize this dude. So I was messaging Love Truck, didn't hear anything for like a half an hour. So then we went and watched Dom play. And then when we caught up with him later, I'm like, we were on the second floor and you weren't there. And he's like, yeah, I found out after the fact that they called the second floor the mezzanine and they called the third floor the second floor. And I'm like, well, first of all, that's stupid. Second of all, the third floor was a tattoo studio. Because like we could see up the thing. He's like, no, I had to take an elevator up the back. And like, it was a whole, we would have never found them. So I was bummed we didn't get to see him play. But definitely Dominique is amazing. So if you're ever in Nashville, let me know and I will connect you with her. So worth seeing her and Love Truck too. Let's see. Oh no, Rebecca says, we're in the middle of watching over radar tornadoes where family lives and storms coming through Tennessee too, but wanted to pop in and show some love. Thank you. Please stay safe, and I hope your family stays safe too. I'm sending love and light to anybody in the storm's path. There's been so many tornadoes lately. It's scary. And thank you for keeping me in the know with the weather in Nashville too. That was a huge help. I appreciate it. Yeah, everybody be safe out there. The weather's just been cuckoo bananas lately. So yeah, and Luna and Lizzie both say be safe. Oh, here's Cody too. Cody says, showing love, some storms outside Nashville have rotation. Oy vey, please be safe. Mortimer says, you guys be careful and safe, sending you guys all of my undead supernatural protections. Awesome. And Kyler says, be safe as well. And Luna says, "Hey, Cody." And Rebecca says, "Sending hearts." Kyler says, "Be safe, Cody." It's just easier because of my connection to read these rather than popping on them. I will try to pop on them, but my internet's do. So yeah, Cody says, "Hey, everyone," with a. But yeah, I was like really excited to see live music. That's one thing if you've never been to Nashville that I love is that the bars don't have a cover. So you can go into one bar and if the band's not your jam, you go into the next one. You go into the next one and you don't have to pay to go in and out of places. And there's so many, like there's certain songs you're going to hear walking up Broadway, you're going to hear coming out of every single bar. And but a lot of them do a mix. So it's not all country music and it's not all rock. It's like a mix of the two. And we went into Bon Jovi's place. I forgot that John Bon Jovi even had a place, and then I remembered the whole thing with the walking bridge. But we walk in, the band's playing Cherry Pie. This was the day after we saw the bass player in two different places. And we walk into Bon Jovi's place. It's the same bass player. So like a lot of the musicians play gig after gig after gig. It was really funny. We're like, we know this guy by now. But the guy was singing Cherry Pie. And I can say this because when he was done, he admitted it too. Like those notes were not anywhere in the same universe as Jamie Lane's voice. Like it was kind of painful. And he was like, "Yeah, I remember when we first got asked to do that song years ago." And I'm like, "Oh, I can do it." He's like, and I tried and it was really bad. He's like, "It was even worse than it was just now." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So he's got some awareness. Like, but that was rough. I'm like, I wonder if John actually like listens to the bands that he hires first place, or he probably has somebody he pays to do that. I'm sure at this point in his career, he can pay somebody to vet the bands. I mean, the band sounded great. The musicians were cool. And the guy sounded good other than those high notes. It was just those certain notes were like, yeah. But I was glad to go in and see all the pictures of Bon Jovi, and they had guitars and they had cymbals, and like it was really cool. And it seems like more and more, especially, yeah, like Cody says here, he says, and most bars have multiple levels with bands on each one, which is true. And it's really cool because you would think it would all turn into like a mush of noise, but the way that they're set up, you can go from place to place, and it, like in between songs, you can hear the other bands, but it really doesn't overlap. One thing that I noticed at Lainey Wilson's, which is where Dom was playing, was downstairs they had a piano bar, which was pretty cool. And then she was like in the main dining area, and I think there was another spot on top of that too, which was pretty cool. Yeah, Luna says auditions are necessary. Yes, definitely. And Luna says it was like that in New York City too at certain bars. Lizzie says Austin used to have an amazing art and music scene before it got steamrolled by tech bros. Oh no, that's not cool. It's funny. Texas was the first place I remember going to that had a building with like multiple kinds of bars and DJs and stuff like in the same building. And I went with my brother when he lived in Houston, and there was like a dueling piano bar, and then there was like the hip hop club, and then there was like the country bar and stuff like that. So like when I saw the piano bar, I was like, oh, I'm having flashbacks to like Houston in 1999 or 2000 whenever I was down there. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, like you can go. So like Cody says, it's not even just bar to bar, but it's like level to level in the bars. So that's pretty cool. And I think the music starts in most places at 11 a.m. So you can go and listen to bands while you're eating lunch, or, you know, like it's not all late night stuff. Dom was playing 6 to 10, and we were pretty much going back to the hotel soon after and going to bed, you know, because we were done. There's a lot of walking to do in Nashville if you want to walk and not take Ubers and pedicabs and golf carts. I mean, you can get away around in Nashville in a multitude of ways. I love like when the petty bars go by, they're like the pedal bars. And a lot of the times they're bachelorette parties. We saw one that was a bunch of like 21-year-old dudes. and they were singing, Red Solo Cup, and they're like singing along, going by. It's hilarious. It's so fun. Uh, Cody says, the Lucky Bastard is my favorite one, but each has its own perks. I did not go in the Lucky Bastard, but at the Whiskey Saloon, I bought a Lucky Bastard shirt. So I have a tank top for my workout tomorrow that is a Lucky Bastard's Sugar Skull shirt that I bought there. And I thought of you and the hot chicken sandwich. I just was not hungry to eat anything else at that time. And that's the other thing. There's all kinds of restaurants. Oh, that's what I was going to say. When I was in Nashville in 2015 and 2016, there were a couple places that were owned by, I guess, like famous singers and stuff. This time, like half of Broadway belongs to, it's John Bon Jovi, it's Garth Brooks, it's Kid Rock, it's Lainey Wilson, Miranda Lambert, who's Jason Aldean. They're all seem to be bought up, which good for them. It's keeping the money flowing. But I was sad because Dom used to play at, just flew right out of my head, Benchmark. And that's when I met her in 2015. There's like a giant window behind where they would play. And she'd lean out the window and sing What's Up by Four Non Blondes and just be like, and I said, and like hold the microphone out, and the whole street would just stop and start singing, hey, yeah. Like it was so cool to just see the whole street just stopped to sing along. It was so cool. But I don't know if you guys remember, how long was it, 2019? The guy that he was obviously mentally ill, and he was driving a minivan. It was like 2 a.m. And he was driving, and in the PA system, he was telling everybody to evacuate, and he had the minivan just packed with explosives and blew up 2nd Street. And Benchmark was one of the places that still hasn't come back because it's a historical building, and according to the law, you can only rebuild with historical materials. And a lot of the bricks that were used to make those buildings, they can't find anymore. So I think there might be like 4 bars that have not been able to rebuild because of that. And they're still just like boarded up, and it's so heartbreaking. But I remember hanging out there. I hung out at Bootleggers, Big Shots. Trying to remember what else the first time I was down there. So it was cool going back to like some of the places, to show Dave, because it was his first time there. So that was pretty cool. Cody says, I want to check out Jelly Rolls Bar. That was where we went and saw, it's really cool. Like, I think I'd be a little afraid if I was the band, but you go in and it's like, big open space. And then they're up on basically the 2nd floor on this stage that's like, suspended over the bar. And there's some spots you can go hang out. And there's the big bar on the bottom, which was fun because you could be on the 2nd floor and just like people watching, which is really cool. And then you go up another level. That's where the tattoo place was. But apparently there's more spots that we just didn't find. So I'd love to go back again now that I know there's other places in the bar and see what there was. Because when we were there, the girl was singing, the outfield. I don't want to lose, I guess it's called Your Love. Trying to think what else she was singing. And then we were walking up the street, and like the guy in Kid Rock's place was singing Killing in the Name of, you can hear, it's so cool. There's just such a variety. But I think it's a pretty safe bet. Oh, I just disappeared and came back. I hope you guys can see me. I'm going to open my Facebook Messenger, so in case I go away, somebody can let me know that I'm remedied by next week. Okay, yes. So my phone doesn't want to load. So maybe I'm just talking to myself. We shall see. Oh. Nope. Okay, cool. for a second. Awesome. All right. So I have my Facebook Messenger open. So if I go away, somebody please let me know. But hey, so Severian is on. You can hear me, but Papa, can you see me? Yeah. Lizzie saying hi to you. Awesome. Yeah, I definitely need to get this fixed because I get annoyed when things don't work the way that they should. So in the comments, we might have talked about this before, but share like a famous, like favorite vacation spot where you've been recently or of all time, so that people can go check out some new stuff maybe they haven't checked out before. Hey, Reese, so good to see you. I'm so glad you're on here. Yeah, I haven't gone like flying anywhere since my friend's wedding in Oklahoma was oh wait, no, I'm lying. I went to Chicago to film the Red Huntress series. Dummy. But yeah, like that was in December. And episode 4 should be coming up very soon. I cannot wait to film episode 4 of the Red Huntress series. They have filmed episode 3, and I cannot wait to see that. And pretty soon it will be on Tubi. So please stay tuned to check out the Red Huntress series. If you haven't seen episodes 1 and 2 already, they are on YouTube. So please go get the views up on that, subscribe so you can stay in the know of the Red Huntress series because I'm super excited to film the next episode of that. And as always, if you guys have stuff to promote, put it in the comments so we can talk about it so that everybody can check it on out. All right, Johnny's back. Welcome back. And so Severian says, hi, Luna. I see Morty and Cody too. Very cool. And there's Johnny. Glad that you are back. And let's see. Oh, I'm sorry you were sick, Luna, but I'm glad that you checked out episodes 1 and 2. That's awesome. I really put myself into episode 2. I love making eyeball jokes about that. So yeah, I've been watching The Handmaid's Tale, and I'm almost through the first 5 seasons, which is crazy. I like power watched it, and I've spent like so much of that show with my jaw on the floor. I'm just like, so yeah, definitely like looking for more indie stuff to watch in between, like, although it's funny, I feel like I watch more indie stuff than Hollywood stuff anymore, which is so cool because it's so much heart and soul in the indie stuff that you don't always get in the mainstream stuff. So let's see. Lizzie says Cameron Park in Waco is so gorgeous, especially the mouth of the Bosque, and the High Point, possibly called High Point, was amazing as well. Awesome. Very cool. And Mortimer says we have a convention the 21st or the 23rd. I saw that. I'm so excited, Toxie. That is so cool. Where's the convention? So we can put that up there so people can go check it out, like name and location, so that they can find you. And whatever anybody else has going on, put it in there. And if you shared my book post yesterday, thank you so much. I did sell a book yesterday. Super excited about that. But definitely would like to keep that going. If you're new here, it's called Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. And you can get it at learnedingogo.com. I think I still have learnedingogo.com. So you can give that a little check out. And if you have already bought it, please share. I post about it frequently on my social media, so you just have to hit the share button. You don't even have to make up a post. It's all there to share. Sharing is caring. So speaking of that, Johnny, if you're still on here, I was going to tell you, I turned 49 to 50 wearing my All Ships Rise shirt, just so you know. I thought that was a good omen to start this next decade. So let's see. Okay, so Mortimer says Cult Classic Convention, Bastrop, Texas. Excellent. And it's the 21st through the 23rd. So if you are in the area, go check out Mortimer. Luna says, you watching Yellow Jackets? It's wicked. It's on my list. I think I heard that Tori Amos songs are used in that. Because that's what I was like, oh, when I heard that. But I have not yet watched it. And Luna also says vacation, I would say Utah and Arizona. Fun fact, there's, I think, 8 states I have not yet been to, and Utah and Arizona are 2 of the 8. So definitely on my list. I want to check them out for sure. Let's see. And Luna says, I'd also say Texas during Bluebonnet and Indian paint brushes around March. Are those like flowers? Like bluebonnets are flowers, right? Or are they bluebells? I don't know what Indian paintbrushes are either. Is that like flowers? I want to learn. Please put it in the comments so that I know. Yeah, I've done a lot of driving around the country. I mean, obviously I didn't drive to Hawaii. That was, I have been there. But when I was younger, I used to do road trips and did one like up into Maine and back down. And I've been, driven to Florida several times. When I went to college in Kentucky, we drove back and forth from there a lot. And in 99, I did, it was 5,200 miles in a week. So we went up through, Minnesota into North Dakota, up into Montana to Glacier, and did like a little bit of Idaho, and then back down through like South Dakota, and then like went off the beaten path down to Kentucky to visit a friend, and then back up. So that was fun. And like I did like another road trip where we were trying to hit like as many to get Cracker Barrel. Now there's one like 10 minutes from my house, so it's not as exciting. But back in the 90s, the closest one was in Winchester, Virginia. So my friend and I would drive to Winchester, Virginia and have dinner and drive home. And it was like 6 hours each way just to get dinner because gas was also not what it costs now. So definitely like I'm excited to have seen as many states as I have, but I'm not sure if I'll ever get to Alaska. I'd like to do one of the like Alaskan cruises because they're supposed to be beautiful. But yeah, I would like to see the other ones. So all right, let me catch up with the comments here. Okay, yes, they are flowers. Mortimer says main reason to go this year is to promote Killer Cox and Beware the Devil's Wrath and see friends. Awesome. Okay, Linda says yes, Texas State Flower. And Johnny is going to be at the Detroit Comic Book and Toy Show April 12th. Very cool. That is also my Poppy Seed's birthday. Fun fact. Okay, Indian paintbrushes are wildflowers. It sounded like a flower name. I'm not familiar. I will be Googling that. Mortimer says both are wildflowers that are very beautiful. So I'll definitely be Googling that. And he says we also have giant fields of sunflowers on the way to Dallas. I love sunflowers. They're so pretty. Lizzie says my family's driven from Texas to Maine before. It's so nice during the summer. Absolutely. And Luna would like to see Alaska and Hawaii. So Hawaii was one of those things that was like, I'm glad I did it when I did it because this opportunity would never, ever, ever present itself again. It was, all right, I got to do math. 1996, because it was the week before my 21st birthday. And I went out to LA to visit my best friend, and it was her spring break from college. So we went from LA to Hawaii. We got $99 round trip airfare. Her roommate in college is from Honolulu. Her family let us stay with them. So we went and stayed a week in Hawaii for $99 each for airfare. We split the cost of the rental car and the cost of food. A week in Hawaii. That would never happen again in a million trillion years. And I vividly remember it was the week before my 21st birthday because my best friend and her roommate were both 21 and I was not. So we went out to a club and they got to go in the grown-up side and I had to go in the kid soda side by myself, like a tool pants. And it was like a big like pass through kind of window that went the length of the club. It kind of reminded me of the roller rinks, how they have the wall, you know. And so we could like talk to each other by the wall. But I'm just like, okay, by myself on the kids' side. We didn't stay there that long, but it's just like that's why I vividly remember it being the week before my 21st birthday. But we had a great time. It was so much fun and it's absolutely beautiful. Oahu is a beautiful island. I'd love to go back to Hawaii to some of the other islands, but even if I never do, I'm very grateful that I had that experience. Because, like I said, the way that the universe lined that up, I would never ever get a week in Hawaii at that cost again, ever. All right, let's see. Luna says, there's ones in Texas and ones in Wisconsin, and those Indian paintbrushes are different. Okay. I will definitely Google the difference between them too. That's pretty cool. All right, so just for fun, what's everybody's flower? Put it in the comments. That's my favorite flower. I am going to definitely incorporate some of mine whenever I get my tattoo sleeve, which is something else that is not in the budget right now, but that I definitely want to get one of these years. So that would be cool. I like how many of the bars in Nashville have tattoo parlors in them because I'm like, how many people wake up like, you know, like Jimmy Buffett with the how it got here, I haven't a clue, you know, just wake up with God knows what tattoo. Oh, Aaliyah says an orchid. That makes me smile, and not for the reason that Severian thinks. When I was little, on I believe it was Mother's Day, my dad would get my mom an orchid for like, you know, like a little orchid corsage. And he would get me one too. But my mom would always get mad at him because he'd get this like delicate white orchid and I was little. So I'd be like climbing under the pews at church and the whole thing would wind up bruised and ruined by the end of the day. But he didn't care. He would get me one every year. So that makes me smile, like thinking of my mom and I having matching orchids at the beginning of the church service. But by the end, mine was a lot more wilted and beat up because I was not ever a delicate little flower myself. So that's cool. I like orchids. They're very pretty. I like purple roses. I do like red roses, but purple roses are probably my favorite, like the beautiful, like light ones. Luna says, favorite flower, sheesh. I do love bluebonnets, but I love so many poppies, orchids, sunflowers, too many. Yeah, sunflowers are awesome too. And I like daisies because they remind me of growing up. I know I've talked before about growing up and playing in the cemetery. When my mom, like when we'd go stay with my grandparents and my mom would take us to the playground, we'd cut through the cemetery to like this path and like across, it was a whole thing. It was probably literally like 2 blocks, but in my head it was like 50 miles to the playground because I was little. But back then the cemetery only went so far with the tombstones and then there was a whole field of daisies. And she taught us how to make like bracelets and stuff out of them. So it just makes me think of my mom and it makes me very happy. So Severian says, I just found out from some British murder show on Netflix that all the different colored heart emojis mean different things by color, like roses, but more extreme. Okay. I didn't know about the different colored heart emojis having like set in stone things. I know they mean different things to me, but I didn't know like that there was an actual, I knew you were going to say daisy chains. But yes, I think they actually were called that, but that makes me think of something else. And Luna also says, I'd love to get a floral sleeve. Mine's going to be a lot of flowers in it, but not totally floral. Lizzie says morning glories are my favorite. Sunflowers are up there too. Awesome. And Mortimer says, I don't do red rose, Lizzie. Okay, Lizzie, you can tell me after class. I won't make you I won't make you tell everybody. Let's see. So Severian says Daisy chains and laughs. Got to keep the loonies from that. Oh my goodness. But yes, there are I still like purple roses, even though that was what was in my bouquet for my first wedding. Um, but I do like purple's my favorite color if you haven't haven't figured that out. But I do love like red and black together too. So like red roses and black roses. I tried to get black roses when Dave and I got married, and the florist wouldn't do it because she said she'd have to spray paint them, and it would have been like too messy and everything for a wedding. So I said okay. Uh, all right. So Mortimer's saying yes, make her, and Luna's saying do it, Lizzie. So it's up to you, Lizzie. If you don't want to, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. But if you would like to share the Sailor Moon incident, that's up to you. I don't even know what that could possibly mean. So, and Luna says it would have butterflies and birds too. I love that. I do have a butterfly tattoo. I have blue roses in a tattoo. I have red roses in a tattoo, in a couple tattoos. I forget. I have so many at this point. I don't even know what I got where anymore. Especially because like the blue roses are a cover for one that used to have a red rose. So I'm trying to remember what I got where. Oh, sorry, I'm itchy. My skin has been so dry. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. So Lizzie says he dressed up as Tuxedo Man for me, and I laughed because I was so surprised by how sweet it was, and he's convinced I was laughing at him, and I was not. If she says she was not laughing at you, I believe her. You believe her, Mortimer. She was laughing at the surprise, not at you. And Luna says, I love cherry blossoms too. Cherry blossoms are beautiful. I agree with that. Yeah, so I'm like looking around because I think I would have something floral in here, but I guess I don't. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's see. It puts the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose again. Seriously, I was using the hotel lotion while we were away, which I don't know why hotels cannot have lotion or shampoo or something that doesn't smell like 85-year-old church lady floral. Like it's just so overpowering. And I think it kind of takes away from I mean, it doesn't logically make sense that it makes it less moisturizing, but to me, it kind of makes it feel like it's less moisturizing. So I've just been itchy. I think it's just from traveling in general and going like different kinds of water, because when you use shower water in a different place than where you live, your skin's like, wait a minute, I'm not used to this. Hilton lotion is nice. I have stayed in Hilton's. I don't remember off the top of my head. I stay in a lot of Marriott's when we go away. Non-old person smell. That is a plus. That's a plus. Sometimes they smell like old lady, and sometimes they smell like green tea or something. There's kind of like the two spectrums of hotel lotion. Mortimer says, I like orchids and snapdragons and African violets. African violets also remind me of my mom. She always had them on her windowsill. And I like snapdragons too. They're really cool. Good flowers, everybody. Good stuff. So Severian says, me and my friends made a Silence of the Lambs ALS challenge video many years back. I remember that vividly. I wasn't one of the people in it, but I remember the video for sure. Remember that, the ice bucket challenge? I did that. Did they, I know they raised money, but I don't remember what the final outcome of that was. Let's see. Oh, yep. Mortimer's grandma had them on her windowsill too. See? That is awesome. And yes, I knew it was related to your quote, not to violets. about putting the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. That's so funny. Sorry. I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm like, I'm not skipping. I'm not skipping this week. I need to see you guys. I need my good juju. You guys energize the shit out of me, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you. Um, it was funny because before I got on here, I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. And then, like, I got all frazzled because of the internet. And I should have written it down because that's the biggest lie I tell to myself every day is I don't have to write that down. I'll remember. Nope. But it's okay. It's okay. We're having a good time anyway. Doesn't have to be scripted. I like don't script anything because it's more fun that way. I like being spontaneous. That's why that was my CB handle before. It was spontaneous, but the truckers couldn't pronounce it. And they called me Satanius. And so then oh, okay. I was like, wait, oops, this is the shareable link. I'm like, what are you talking about? Then I changed it from spontaneous to shameless, and they called me sandwich or stainless. So that didn't really work either. What do you mean you had a CB handle? So Severian, you know that. I think I had a CB still when we met. I had a CB for years. Luna says, I think that's very sweet, Lizzie and Mort. Absolutely. Lizzie says, that's like, I'll remember where you put it. It's right there. Nope, turn your back and it's gone. Absolutely. The amount of things I've lost putting them in a safe place, and then I have no idea where that safe place is. Okay, so Severian, I can see yours being bookworm. So, okay, Mortimer, I see yours. I will put that up in 1 second, or else I'll forget what I was going to say about CB handles. So the funny thing is my dad had a CB, and it was next to like we had it in the parsonage, and we had a CB tower antenna. Like, like here's the roof of the house, and the tower was like, what? That thing, I think, went like 3 states. It was huge. And his handle was Good Shepherd. And when I was a little girl, mine was Little Lamb. I forget what my brothers were, but like, he'd like make sure that he would supervise us when we were on the CB talking to people and like then making sure they were being respectful and stuff. But I was introduced to the CB radio by my dad back in the late 70s, early. All right, Mortimer, what is your great group question? Oh, I cannot wait. Oh, hey, Keith is here. Thanks for joining. We were talking about Red Huntress a little bit earlier. You're tardy to the party. We're saying episode 3 will be out soon, and I cannot wait to record episode 4. Luna wants to see your video, so Severian, so please send it. I probably still had it in the 2000s in that huge blue conversion van I used to drive that had one. Yep. No, I wasn't Mary. Nope. Little Lamb. Let's see. And Lizzie says, Luna, he is super sweet. I still have Sailor Moon Wandy made to go with my costume. So cute. Let's see. Yes, pre-launch for episode 3 and Tubi. Cannot wait to see. Oh, okay. This Friday is the pre-launch. If you're not following the Red Huntress series, follow the page, follow on YouTube. Keep up with all of it so that you don't miss any of it. And episodes 1 and 2 are on YouTube already. So check them out. $10 to reserve perks for the pre-launch this Friday. So definitely, okay, huge discount and special perks. Keith's like, you don't want to miss it. Keep all that info coming. I love like shouting everybody out. So let us know. All right. So let's see here. Yeah, we got a woo from Luna. Super cool. So Mortimer's question is super cool. It is, what smell can instantly make you happy? And I'm like actually kind of scared to ask this question knowing my friends. But please answer, what smell can instantly make you happy? It's not old lady hotel lotion. for me. I'll tell you that. Maybe that's your thing, but I think it was also because we didn't bring checked bags. So I didn't have any like of my regular lotion because I don't have anything small enough that I could bring. So I had to use the hotel lotion on my face too. So that's when it's like smell, like flowers up my schnoz. Um, oh, okay. So Severian says, I think, hello. All right, internet, come back. There you go. He said, I think YouTube is blocking the link. So Severian, feel free to put it under the thing on my Facebook page. Like if you want to put it under my stream of this on there, and then it might work. Let's see. Oh, huge discount and special perks are only for okay, I'm about to like scream that this is taking so long. Keith said the huge discount and special perks is only for the pre-launch. So make sure that you get on the pre-launch this Friday to get the huge discount and special perks. Awesome. And then he said, I'm done, LOL. Let's see. Lizzie said the smell that makes her happy is baking bread. I love that smell. There we go. I'm like, I clicked it. We're all going to be like 2 years older before these comments come up. Luna says, depends on my mood. And that's true. I can understand that. I want to make sure that the link comes through first. So Severian, I don't see it yet. So some of the things, depending on her mood, that make her happy are, come on, you can do it, StreamYard. Let's go. Puppy breath, babies, coffee, and baking bread. All right. And Mortimer said, come on, comments. Let's go. Okay. Liquid latex, because I'm going to be creating my art, and smoked brisket. I think that's like, because I'm going to be creating my art, smoked brisket out of liquid latex. I'm guessing. Let's see. Wait, what is Luna saying? Oh, Lizzie said, not of him. We didn't have a camera that night. Might still have some of me somewhere. Oh, okay. Of the Sailor Moon. So I'm just going to read because it's taking too long to pop these comments up. Luna said, oh, yes, roast meat. Mortimer says, puppy breath and kitten smell do go hard. Absolutely. And Lizzie says, yes, new puppy smell. I agree. Hey, Kenzie. I'm going to try and pop you up. Yes, it popped up. Hey, sweetie, I'm so glad you are on here too. That is awesome. And Luna says, my Freya smells fresh. All right. My internet's behaving again because the comments are popping up like this. Cool. I love the smell of bacon. Makes me happy. Even though I don't eat them, I love the smell of cookies baking. That makes me like, yay. And kind of to go with that, like scented candles, anything that's like a bakery smell I like, like the warm vanilla sugar kind of smell. Or there's one, it's like carrot cake, but I can eat that candle. It smells so good. Luna says, oh, forgot bacon. Bacon's awesome. Mortimer says a fresh rain and a forest. Now for that, absolutely a forest. I am therefore, especially a fresh rain in a forest, but those pine scented candles, like they sell them a lot around Christmas time. Something about that fake pine, not my jam. If it's yours, you enjoy it. More for you because I'm not buying it, but it's not my jam. I'm more, like I said, more vanilla, cinnamon. Like I have cinnamon incense that smells so good. And Luna says, and love rain or just before or after rain. And cinnamon. Cinnamon's just such a yummy smell. I like it a lot. That's how Cinnabon makes so much money. Like, honestly, I remember when I used to eat them, like, it's good, but it always smells so much better than it tastes. Like it tastes good, but it smells even better. That like stopping at the rest stop with the Cinnabon. Some good stuff. All right, guys, we are at the 5-minute left mark already. Thank you so much for your patience again at the beginning of this podcast when my internet was being a hiney hole and made me want to drop kick my laptop. So thank you for hanging in there. Hopefully by next week, either the new internet will decide it wants to come through the wall, because like I said, it's literally on the other side of the wall. Like I'm staring at it. If I was Superman and I had x-ray vision, I could see it. Or I will be able to get an extender that works with the new Wi-Fi, and then we'll be all good to go. Okay, Luna says, I use Saigon cinnamon in my coffee. What is that? Just cinnamon from Korea? Or is that something else? I've never heard of Saigon cinnamon, and now I want to know. But y'all know what time it is. Ta-da! It is. Let me scroll up to. It's going to take a minute. Okay, pick a page. All right, 3 people, 1 to 306. First 3 numbers in the comments win. And I will read an excerpt from my book from that page. So 1 to 306. And it's probably not even 1, because 1's probably not anything. Okay, so first on the Saigon cinnamon, it is spicy and yes, Korean. I've never heard of that. I will definitely check it out. All right, Lizzie says 213. 213 is... Okay. When it comes to online debates, I have found that when someone has reached the point where they know you are right, but would never ever be able to say it because they've decided that their argument is their mountain and they will die on it, they either, gotta get the book to find out what they do. That was a good one, Lizzie. Thank you. Mortimer, do you want to go to 50 instead of 43? Okay, totally agree. 50 says Luna. All right, so we'll do 50 for my 50th birthday. And it is, if you have ever considered implants, please investigate all the pros and cons. I have friends who have happily gotten implants and have never had a problem. I also have friends who have gotten very sick from their implants and ultimately had explant surgery. I kind of feel like we've read that before. All right, so the last one, Aaliyah picked 287. All right, so I feel like 287 is a different number, so this should be good. I have friends who are dominatrices. Thank you, Merriam-Webster, because it's not dominatrixes, it's dominatrices, I guess. I didn't know the plural of dominatrix until just now. So bondage situations are not something I find shocking. The rest of that paragraph, you got to read the book. Got to read the book to find out where that was going. But yes. So awesome. Thank you again to everybody who has gotten a copy, who has shared it. I really appreciate the sharing. Sharing is caring. And I really when I sent that book out today, I was so happy. It just makes me happy to share these stories with people. And I hope that they're entertaining. And I hope that the advice I share is helpful. That's what it's about. It's like making people happy. So I hope that my book makes you guys happy. And being on this podcast with you all makes me happy. So thank you so much again for hopping on here with me. I love you guys. I love our Wednesday nights together. And I have no idea what we're going to talk about next week, but you'll have to pop on here with me to find out. I have a couple guests maybe coming up soon, so I'll have to reach out and see who is available. So maybe I will have a guest. Maybe it'll just be us. Either way, it's going to be fun. So thank you for keeping your 9 o'clock hour on Wednesdays free to hop on with me. That's 9 o'clock Eastern. And I cannot wait to see you all next week. Let me just see you promote it. Thank you. I absolutely will. I appreciate that. Love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys make me so happy. And remember, when life is coming at you full stop, you just have to take it head on. Because when you stick your head in the sand, You think you're hiding from the world, but everyone else just sees a big ass. I love you, and I'll see you next week.